Her three kids recently arrived from Gaza and are just learning the basics in English. They have also experienced incredible trauma, so I will be speaking on their behalf. Dina has lived here in the United States for 6 years, but her three children were living with their father in Gaza until Israeli bombs got closer and closer to their home. The children's grandmother's home was bombed by Israel, and there's nothing but rubble left. There's a picture and a video of the devastation. Dina's family watched as the home and maternity clinic of Dr. Bassem Mehdi, a family friend who delivered all three of her children into this world, was bombed by Israeli tank missiles. Dr. Mehdi survived the Israeli missile strike, but was buried under the rubble with his brother and his nephews. And for 24 hours, he called and cried for help. He and his family died a slow and painful death under the rubble because the Israeli army refused to allow ambulances or any help to get to them. Dina's cousin Sammy went to get medication for his 1.5-year-old daughter at Shifa Hospital when he was killed by an Israeli airstrike. These children, Saeed, Jihan, and Hanan, were forced to watch their entire neighborhood get bombed by Israeli missiles, destroying their schools, homes, hospitals, grocery stores, and their life as they know it. Saeed is 16 years old and was once a fun, outgoing teenager. He now barely speaks because 7 of his friends were killed in an Israeli airstrike, and the girls don't know if their friends are dead or alive. Dina was afraid for their lives and worked hard to bring her kids here, but they were devastated to leave their father and 7 siblings and stepsisters behind. They were forced to walk from the north of Gaza to the south of Gaza with their hands up in the air, with Israeli guns pointing at them. These children witnessed horrific and traumatic scenes that come straight out of a horror movie, including roads that had dead bodies of Palestinian men, women, and children on the ground. The children were told by Israeli soldiers that if they dared look left or right, they will be shot at. They witnessed Israeli soldiers separating parents from their children who were forced to stay with strangers, people they have never met, while parents were taken away and no one knows what happened to those parents. The house where Dina spent her childhood was bombed by an Israeli airstrike, leaving the entire family homeless, including her mom, dad, brother, sister, and 88-year-old uncle. We have a photo and video of the rubble. Dina's brother and his wife are now raising their 8-month-old baby girl in a tent outside because their home was bombed in an Israeli airstrike. Dina's mom is a diabetic who does not have access to medicine, enough water, food to survive because of Israel's food blockade. But the American government still has not allowed her to come into the US. At this point, Dina, a single mom with 4 children, she had another child while here, desperately needs help trying to get her family out of Gaza. Dina is happy to at least have her 3 children safely in New York, but she just started a Launch Good fundraiser to try to move into a bigger place with her children, since they're currently squeezed into a 1-bedroom apartment. Now I'd like to speak for myself. As a mental health counselor, these 3 kids have been severely traumatized by Israeli attacks on their family and friends. These children and millions of other Palestinians have nothing to do with Hamas. Dr. Mehdi, the OBGYN, had nothing to do with Hamas. So my question is, if you believe there's a bank robber inside this huge building right here with us now, would you bomb the entire building and kill all of us, everyone inside, to get 1 person? Because that's what Israel is doing right now, killing over 31,000 Palestinians, including babies, grandparents in homes, schools, banks, and hospitals. How dare Mayor Adams have an iftar dinner with our community while refusing to call for a ceasefire, allowing many families of New Yorkers to be killed by Israeli bombs? As a mental health counselor, I'm going to spend years helping New Yorkers get over the trauma of watching their families die in Gaza because Senator Schumer and Gillibrand and President Biden have not yet called for a ceasefire. Thank you.